Hello. So it is officially week 2 of Cram Session, and with week 2 brings a new event store for the week of October 3rd through the 10th. Let's go ahead and find my cursor. Go over here. They added a new hammer. It's called the Lead Sled. Lead Sled. They also brought back the Obliterator. Mega Base Kyle is still in the store for the event. I don't think I purchased any of these last week, so I don't think these reset. They typically don't reset every week. If they did, I goofed. But if you missed last week's, you got the 100 armory slots. You got your legendary gunslinger, your legendary survivor, your unlimited rare schematics, and your mythic Mega Base Kyle. This week, for the next 6 days, we got the Obliterator came back. That's one of the military weapons. If you missed it, and you weren't around for it, I would recommend picking this thing up. It'll shoot indefinitely through structures. You can take down buildings. You can take down skyscrapers. It pierces through multiple enemies. It pierces through bubble shielders. The thing is a monster, okay? It is my all-time favorite sniper rifle. And then there's also a lot of people that like to use them on defenders, too. So, if you have one already, pick up a second one. Maybe you could make it specifically for defenders. I don't know. But regardless, Obliterator is back. They brought back this, they didn't bring back, but it's brand new. The Lead Sled, we'll go over that in just a second. You got your standard legendary fluxes. You got your standard 10 armory slots. They brought out Epic, Power Base, Knox. Power Base is, I prefer Power Base actually over Mega Base. We'll go over Power Base in a second. They got the Scythe. They've got an Epic Sniper Defender, old man Giles here. And an Epic Survivor. You got your evolution materials, the Storm Shards, Eye of the Storms, Lightning in a Bottles, and Pure Drops of Rain. Epic Flux, Rare Flux, all the standards. We got the Rare Perk Ups, the Uncommon Perk Ups, and the Reperks. Nothing seems to change here. Standard 5, 5, and 10. We have Assassin Sarah. We'll cover her in a second. And then for your weekly items, Wall Spikes are back again. And I think for the first time ever, the Copper Tiny Instrument of Death. For those of you that haven't used this thing, I don't know if it's good, ever. It did get a buff, a few months back, like 3-4 months ago. The 3 explosive weapons got some significant damage buffs, okay? This guy is neat because when you fire it, wherever you're pointing, okay? Wherever you're pointing, it will follow. You can make it do loop-de-loops in the air. Depth perception? Who knows, right? Because the camera doesn't follow it. I don't know how big the blast radius is, but if you want something neat, funny, whatever, 700. Look, I got 92. I don't even buy any week. I should just buy it. I should buy it. So there's that. But before we get into the heroes like I normally do, I want to look at this Copper Lead Sled. So the Copper Lead Sled is a medium hammer. Rat Rod, a fast swinging hammer that gains speed with each hit. So its attack speed increases as you're swinging. Leap Attack, which is the same thing that the Walloper has. Heavy attack that jumps to the targeted foe and damages and knocks down nearby enemies. So it sounds like a Walloper. People are saying it's the Walloper with faster attack speed. Now, is that true? Let's find out. Bam! Walloper. This website here is called stormshield.one. If you guys don't know about it, I'll leave a link down below. But they've got a whole section for PvE. Pretty much all your other YouTubers, they go here for all the leaked data mined information. So if you like to sit around and dig through websites to find things that aren't in the game yet, this is the place to go. Or just sub to your other YouTubers. But here they've got the base stuff, right? So we can't compare damage because my fort stats are inflicting the damage on this Lead Sled. But what we can do, the Walloper has a base 20% crit chance. This guy has a base 15. So this guy has less crit chance. They both have the same crit damage at 50. Impact 429 on the Lead and 590 on the Walloper. Walloper seems better to me. Do I have a way to see the... I don't have a way to check the base damage. Oh, can we check Lead Sled? Yeah, so 103 base damage on the Walloper. 103. You ready? We're going to back out. Bam. And we're going to go... Lead. Lead Sled. Base damage, 89. Okay, so it's already weaker. They don't have attack speed on here. What's the attack speed? 0.75 on the lead. Come back into here. 0.75 on the lead. And we'll swing over here to the melee schematics. We'll look at the Walloper stats. Attack speed 1.04. So it does less damage, but it swings faster. So ideally it could have the same amount of DPS-ish. It also speeds up. I want to see what it does. Let's go ahead and purchase this bad boy. Pow! Got it. Go back to schematics. New. Yes, thank you. And what does it come with? Attack speed. Ew. Movement speed. Ew. Physical. Okay, we can fix that. Heavy attack energy. Ew. Damage to stun, stagger, to knock down. That's fine. Hitting an enemy with this weapon grants 6% attack speed for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. So 30% attack speed. 30% attack speed, huh? After 5 swings. But you have to keep hitting stuff. Otherwise it resets after 5 seconds. Okay, okay. I'm not big on attack speed for those of you that know me, but that could be cool. That could be cool. It's definitely weaker than the Walloper. I guarantee you I'll probably stick to the Walloper. But if you guys like this and you like attack speed, and it seems like everybody wants attack speed, especially for kinetic beats. For those of you that don't know the correct class name, that is Sid. So for Sid, aka kinetic beats, yeah, it looks pretty cool. Let's look at it really quick. Let's look at it. Look at it. Yeah, it's just a big engine. All right, it's pretty cool looking. Definitely pretty cool looking. All right, let's get back into what do we got? We got Assassin and Power Base, Heroes, Armory, Collection Book, Heroes, Constructors, Power Base. Power Base is the only other constructor to have the same area coverage as Mega Base. What does he get? He gets creative engineering, increases build speed by 10%, reduces building cost by 10%. That's standard across all constructors. Kinetic overload is also standard across all constructors. That's when you critically hit with your hammer or hardware. Is it hardware? Hardware melee weapons. It triggers the kinetic overload, which is the massive damage and the knockback. Okay. He gets the base ability. He gets decoy. He also gets plasma pulse. So decoy and plasma pulse. At level 5, you get safety protocols, increases the damage resistance. So you get even more damage resistance to your structures that are affected by your base. You get automated defenses at level 8, which increases the base connectivity by 1 building piece. That's 1 in both directions. So it goes, it's like 2, okay? You get power modularization at level 12. Structures attached to the base regenerate 5% of their max health every 10 seconds. Does not stack with power modularization. Tactical perks, so you can't double dip on this because, for instance, this guy takes a tactical squad bonus. For those of you that don't have power base, you should probably pick him up because you can at least add tactical abilities with this guy, the power modularization. So if you play any other constructor that doesn't have this, you can slot him into your tactical, and then voila, your structures will now heal 5% every 10 seconds. Big Brother at level 15 increases the building connectivity by an additional 1 piece, so now you're going out 2 in both directions, so a total of 4. And Fully Contained increases damage reflected by the base by 50%. Now this is bigger than Electrified Floors. This is way better than Electrified Floors. So you get that. Basically when they hit the wall, they go, ow, quit it when they touch it. So, but now it does 50% more damage. And then at level 25, you get Mega Base, increases base connectivity by 2 more building pieces. So now it's going out 4 in both directions. That's 8. 8 in both, overall. It's huge. The thing is massive. And it gets recycling at level 30. For every 3 building pieces of the same material, base generates 1 of the resource type every minute. Level 2 buildings are worth 3 building pieces, and level 3 buildings are worth 6 building pieces. You can store up to a maximum of 450 of each resource. This is your wood, your brick, and your metal. So as you're covering a bigger, massive structure of materials, it's going to regenerate the stuff back over time. It's kind of cool. It's not super OP, but it's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet to go over and steal it out of people's stuff. It's cool. It's definitely pretty cool. Don't do that. Assassin. Next up, Ninja. Assassin. Boom. Boom. Alright, so, Shinobi, level 1. All ninjas get this. Reduces the fall damage taken by 10%, and increases the run and sprint speed by another 10%. Throwing stars. Dragon Slash. and Smoke Bomb are her 3 abilities. Alright, Mantis Sleep at level 2, which is your double jump. Easy Sword increases sword heavy attack energy efficiency by 150%. What that means is it costs less energy, so it's cheaper to use your heavy attacks. Praying Mantis at level 8, the ninja can leap higher, increasing the effectiveness of Mantis Leap. So now your Mantis Leap is a bigger jump. Actually, I didn't even know that. 400 plus days later. Dragon Slash, 2-star evolution. At level 12, you get Assassination. This is similar to debilitating shots for a soldier. Dealing sword damage, grants 1 stack of Assassination, increasing the damage dealt by swords by 5%. It lasts 5 seconds and stacks up to 5 times. So it's 5 times 5. You get 25% bonus damage as long as you keep hitting stuff with swords. Unlike debilitating shots where you're shooting your target and they get that broken shield above their head that everybody can benefit on that target, your ninja gets a glowing band of energy around the forearm, and as long as that's active, you yourself gets that damage bonus. So you can smack this guy 5 times and hit the guy over to your right and have full 25% extra damage. Okay, so as long as you keep hitting and attacking, you can maintain your 25% damage uptime. Long Assassin increases the duration of Assassination by 6 seconds. So that makes it 11 seconds long before it disappears, which helps you run across this field to get to another target to keep your 25% up. At level 18, Easier Sword improves the energy efficiency of Easy Sword by another 150%. So basically, you're spending no energy to do your heavy attacks. Smoke Bomb at 3-star evolution. At 25, you get Pain Mastery. Assassination stacks now grant a 3% bonus per stack to crit rating and to crit rating with your edged melee weapons. It's weird that it says edged melee weapons because you have to use swords to get your stacks, but then this is edged weapon. But that's fine. So now you're doing God, what is that? 3 times 5, so you're at 15%. It's not crit chance. You get 15 crit rating at the end of the day, which is depending on what your crit rating is already at. It could be a lot, it could be a little. And then at level 30, you get Corrosive Blade. Critical hits from the ninja's edged weapons deal 30% of hit damage over time while reducing movements. Oh, so it snares them too. So they get snared by 30%, and then it causes 30% of your critical hit damage over time. If you also have Smoke Assassin, Corrosive Blade will take precedence. Okay. When it can, the damage of Smoke Assassin and Corrosive Blade will not combine. Got it. So if you hit your target for if you critically hit your target for 100 damage, it's going to do 30 damage over what, maybe 6 seconds, 3 seconds. I don't know how many ticks of damage it actually is, and then they're also snared to be 30% slower during that same time frame. So as long as you're critting, so you probably want to play with crit build swords on this character to get your corrosion going. You also get more crit rate, and then you're stacking your damage. So this is definitely a sword based. None of the perks are for Dragon Slash or your stars or your Smoke Bomb. So this character is designed for sword play and heavy attacks. You can spam heavy attacks for days, but unfortunately, heavy attacks really don't do that much more damage. Unfortunately, if they did, ooh baby, it'd be awesome. It'd be totally awesome. So there you have it. October 3rd through the 10th. Going back to the store one last time. Obliterator, pick it up. I'm picking it up. You get your regular stuff. Power base, defenders, an assassin. And then, yeah, again, the tiny instrument of death. I don't know. I'm sure somebody has a video. I don't have a video out on it. It's fun. I have no idea if it's good or not. It never was. But I know that after the buff to the explosion weapons, the Zap actually became pretty good. They need some visual and audio tuning to it. But, yeah, I don't know how this one plays out yet. We'll find out probably this week. Anyway, I'm out. That's it for this one. See you all the next time. Bye-bye now.